of feet. That's going to involve work in the buffer zone for the most part. And then the house lots, under subdivision control, they don't approve a specific house development. We show the houses and the driveways generally on the plan so that we can assure the town that our drainage system is designed appropriately. But at the end of the day, the locations of the houses that we show on the subdivision plan and the driveways are just speculative. It's not final. There may not be any work on the individual lots in the buffer zone. That's something that would come later. Each house that wants to do any work in a buffer zone is required to seek a separate permit from the Conservation Commission. Then you guys would receive an additional notice with copies of the individual lot plans, down the road.
Okay.
And you were complying with all the recommendations that we listed in the letter, right?
Well, we're required to by law.
Okay, so we'll make a motion then that the comments from February 2020 be amended to include the fact that the Board of Health is approving the project with our conditions.
I'll say
Is that okay with you, Dan? Yes, does that meet what you need?
Yeah, sounds good, thank you.
Okay, motion is made and seconded. Is there further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Richard, okay. 3-0-0. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Mr.
Next on our
Chairman.
agenda is
It's going to be 4.
Thank you, Dan.
On the phone.
And stay safe, no matter what else you do. Stay safe.
You too.
You hear what my comment?
All right, we have
So Bill, sorry to interrupt.
Concom for.
Bill,
yeah.
So Carol's on the phone, so it's 4 actually.
Oh, okay.
4.
I'm sorry, Kara. I did not hear your eyes. So 4-0-0. Thank you so much. And we have a Concom request for 11 Boyden Lane. I see we had made a comment back 3 years ago in 2017. Do we just need to update that to the new verbiage?
Yeah, so it's really just a revised site plan, and the only thing is they've revised the wetland line, and they're no longer going to be doing any disturbance within the 25-foot no disturb area, so they don't need to request anything from Conservation Commission regarding that. And then they also talk about installing dry wells to handle roof runoff, but the dwelling is still within the 100-foot buffer zone.
Okay, so should we, I guess, quote unquote, approve the plan with the new?
So the
wording?
reason that Dan needed approval, just to clarify again, is because that was a subdivision. So for subdivision,
okay.
That's where the Board of Health has to approve or disapprove. For anything else, I think you can continue making your comments. It's just that when it comes to a subdivision, that's where Board of Health approval or disapproval is required.
Okay, so do we need to be concerned then that we should just make our new standard comment for this development now that it's come before us again?
I would say that's fitting.
Okay, then I'll make a motion then regarding the Conservation Commission's inquiry regarding the Boyden Estates, that we include our new standard wording for development within or close to the wetlands there.
I will second.
Okay. I hear a second. Is there further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
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 Okay. 4-0-0 on that.
I just have a quick question. So there's an individual on
yeah.
the call right now with the last 3 digits are 132. Do we know who that individual is? Is it Richard Bringhurst?
I have no idea. They're muted. And who's? I see Jennifer Nordbeck is also listed as being muted. And WMTV.
I'm here.
And Jen is our new clerk.
Oh, hello, Jen.
Hello.
Welcome.
I just
Nice
wondered
to
if
meet
that
you.
number was Richard, because then that way we could add him into the count. I guess he wouldn't be able to actually vote though. But I guess it's
That's
not.
right. He can't
Probably
vote, so it
speak
doesn't
forward.
matter. Okay.
Also, Patrick
Um,
Zisk, Walpole Media Television, IMWMTV.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Oh, that is
The
that is
selectmen,
Richard Bringhurst.
the selectmen's meeting has finished
It
up,
is?
so it's your turn on TV tonight.
Aren't we lucky? All right. On to new business. First item on the agenda is reorganization of the board, being April. I am certainly willing to continue as chairman, but should point out that I think my term expires next April. And it is my intention at that point to not renew, because my wife and I will be moving to Wisconsin sometime in the latter part of 2021. But I have no problem staying on as chair for the next year if that is the will of the board, but I'm also willing to step aside if someone else would like to take over chairing and get their feet wet before they have to do it next year. So we'll entertain a
We'll take
motion on that from somebody.
We'll take whatever you give us. So one more year.
Well, then we'll need a motion on that, Mona.
Okay, I'll make a motion in regards to the reorganization of the Board of Health. I would like to approve that Bill stays as a chairman. Bill Morris stays as the chairman of the board of the town of Walpole, at least until April 2020.
Do I hear a second?
Second. Carol seconded.
I hear a motion and seconded. Is there further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Okay, 4-0-0. And then, Carol, are you willing to continue to serve as secretary or clerk, I guess, technically?
Yes.
Then I'll make a motion that we reappoint Carol Johnson as clerk of the board.
I'll second that.
Motion is made and seconded. Is there further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
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 4-0-0. All right, then we have something about new construction and disposal applications.
So
What's
Rita's
that
been
about?
a very busy girl doing all of our permits all over again. So all of our applications, as you know, have been paper copies. So we have really nothing online. So Rita's been taking this time to do a lot of revamping of our applications, which we gratefully, appreciate. And then been putting them online. So obviously it's crucial during this time because obviously the town hall is closed to the public. So it kind of was an organic segue to do this because now there's a need where individuals can't come in and pick up paper copies. So this is just kind of letting the board know that we in the past have used the 3-part state form, which is a carbon copy form. Obviously that's a little bit harder to do and a little more time sensitive, these forms. So to have them be mailed out, have the engineer, the installer, as well as our health agent sign it, it takes a long time. So again, Rita took it upon herself and she was able to use the guidance of the state document. So she's still in conforming with that form and now it's online. So just to let you guys know of that form now.
Excellent. Good work.
Thank you, Rita.
All right. And I think the last thing on our new business agenda is the household hazardous waste day. Is that going to get postponed?
So it will get postponed because obviously it's May 2nd scheduled for the governor's ban is until May 4th. So I'm just going to work with the vendors now to see when is a good time to reschedule it. Unfortunately, it's really hard because everything's so up in the air. So to even have a June date that potentially may not take place. So I'm going to work with our vendors. So Clean Harbors, Viola, and then we have Western Oil in Rhode Island to see what they're recommending for us to do. And again, we're not the only ones in this boat. A lot of individuals have them already scheduled for April and May, and they have had to cancel and potentially reschedule. So I'll hopefully have a better update for you potentially next Tuesday.
Okay. Anything else that the board needs to deal with this evening?
So we're meeting next week again, Melissa, right?
So yeah, so next
Yeah.
Tuesday, the 14th.
We're going to
we'll
continue
meet
weekly
for the time
as long
being.
as we're in
Yeah.
this stay-at-home order, I think, yeah.
Exactly. I don't anticipate the agenda being long because, again, a lot of the departments have pushed out their board meetings. So potentially maybe 1 or 2 agenda items. And then, again, just touching upon the majority, the bulk of the meeting, the COVID-19 updates and any questions individuals might have.
Excellent. Well, again, Melissa and Rika and Trish
And Jen.
and Jen, cannot express my gratitude strongly enough to all of you for all of the things that you're doing. This is an extraordinary time, and we're very grateful that you guys are on the job and doing all that you do. Just amazing. So thank you so much.
Thank you,
We're
Lee.
very fortunate to have a very supportive board, so we're very appreciative of that.
All right. Is there anything else that we need to talk about tonight?
No.
All right, then we'll make a motion to adjourn.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Motion's made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
We're done. Thank you all very much. We'll see you